Well, this is going to be a fun one. Hey guys, welcome back to GeekSmart with another install video for you. In this case, this is a wall mount for the new Sonos One speaker. This is a mount specifically for the Sonos One, not for the Play One series. They are different in that the Sonos One does not have any mounting screws or anything on the back. So this is designed specifically for the Sonos One. Now I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer here to take this thing out and show you what comes with it and what we'll need for the install purposes. So come on in. Okay, so obviously I have my Sonos One all set to go. I also have the power cord, which, depending on how you do the wall mounting and where you're going to place it, may or may not be long enough. Eventually, I actually plan on doing something else with the power all together, so I'm just going to do a temporary setup with that, but I'm going to get it mounted on the wall with this. This is the S1-WM from Flexson. So, let's open it up. Looks like we have some instructions. Mounting screws, drywall anchors, and there we are. The actual wall mount itself. Oh, geez. So you can see here that it actually almost sits on this, and then this top piece actually keeps it from falling out, it looks like. It does slide apart, so we have the piece that mounts on the wall, and then obviously the piece that the speaker mounts to. That would be where, let's see here, I'll show you real quick. Of course, that's going to fall over. So on the Sonos One, even with the power cord plugged into it, you can see where that piece right here is actually going to wrap into the power section here real quick, and that'll grab onto that so it can't slide out. Should look pretty uniform on the bottom. What we can do is we can actually put the speaker, mount it to the actual platform there before we actually head upstairs to where we're going to put it. So let's do that. Let me grab my screwdriver real quick. Okay, so back here there is a Phillips screw. I'm assuming that I take that out. And I'm just guessing here. Yep, that looks like exactly how that comes out. Probably a good idea to check your instruction manual first. Power cord goes through the back. That should plug into the bottom of this. Alright. And then it should sit on that. And then this should go back in. Up top there. So you can even see it even has a little cutout so you can easily access the mute button. And then we put the screw back in back here so that the speaker cannot fall out. Let's see here. Squeeze that together, I guess. May have to squeeze a little harder, huh? Oh yeah, you have to push it in there pretty good. Alright, let me do that with that hand, or I do that hand. Alright, so there we go. You have to squeeze pretty good before it'll actually line up with the threads. And there we go. So that's how they actually got around it. So it smooths out the bottom. Oh, geez. Smooths out the bottom quite a bit. You don't see all the power cord connections there. Power cord then comes out the back. You do still have access to the Ethernet port there. There is a screw mounting hole there, which has a reason to believe that this will work with the Sonos Play One maybe as well. But then again, this is designed specifically for the Sonos One. So yeah, so that's that. Or at least maybe it's based on that still same capability. This is then mounted on the wall, so you'll be able to slide down in and then put it at that tilt, change the direction. You can, I believe, it looks like, if you set it at a specific tilt, I think you can tighten this screw right here, I would assume. Yeah, and then it basically holds it at that specific tilt. So if you have a specific tilt you want to keep it at all the way down or all the way up, you just tighten that screw right here, and it basically sets it wherever you want it. So we have in the package, we have the screws. These are the screws that you can mount this specific guy right here to your wall stud. If you're going to go into brick or masonry, they do give you the brick or masonry anchors that you have to put into that as well. These are not drywall anchors, so don't even try to use them in drywall. Drywall will not support the weight of this guy. And this third or fifth piece, I guess, is this little, what looks like an Allen wrench that's not an Allen wrench, it's smooth on all sides. It's actually designed so you have access to the button on the back of the actual Sonos One. So that button that I looked at and thought, oh, that kind of looks like where the bolt is for the play one. No, that's so you can actually push the connect button on the back of the speaker. So they thought of everything. So that's pretty nice. So with that said, we're going to go upstairs. We're going to find out where I'm going to mount this. Hopefully I can find an easy to find stud. I'll probably have to get a stud finder out to find it. Put this into the stud, place it where I want to place it. And the speaker's already set up, so if you're interested in how to set up the Sonos One speaker, if this is your first time doing that, head over to my, and I'll put a link in the description where you can watch the setup video with this guy. So yeah, so that's that. Let's head upstairs. So I want to put it up in the corners up here somewhere, and I think I'm probably going to put it in the corner, but if you have a stud finder, essentially you can kind of give yourself some various options. So I have a stud right here, and on this side I have one right here, and then you always should have something in the corners. So corners are pretty simple, and it's obviously now what I can do is actually take the speaker in hand with the mount attached and just place it and see what it looks like if it's where I want it. This is just too far this way, and this is actually the wall eventually I might remove, but either way I'm okay with putting as many holes in this wall as I want to, because I'm going to probably take the wall out eventually anyway. This side, not a bad choice here. I don't know if I like the placement. It's okay. What I'm going to eventually do is I think I'm going to put an outlet up here in the ceiling so that this can just go up and plug right up in here, and then I might see if I can eventually find a shorter cord. But that said, I think if I put it in the corner, it'll look the best. And if I put it in the corner, it should actually work. It doesn't touch either wall. If I have it maybe just a quarter of an inch out, so like right in this area here, just a hair, I think I'll be just fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually mark right here. That'd be the first hole there. I can just put a hole in to test it and see if it works. That's where I want it. Let's find out. I think that's a good placement. I want to have it low enough as possible, to be honest. So I want probably the top of it to be there instead, so that you have as much room for the microphones to actually pick up as possible. So I'm going to try, I think right here. That's where I'm going to try to put my first hole. We'll see if it actually works out. Now it's always best to see if we can get the screw to go straight in, so I'm just going to go straight in first to see what I hit. It doesn't really hit anything. Dang it. Slight angle that way, I'm just fine. Straight in, I could definitely say I'm right on the edge of the stud. So what I'll do is I'll just put the screw at a slight angle in this case. It's not going to be, I think, the preferred method, because you want to have the screw straight on here as possible, so if you have to remove this. But I'm also not going straight for a removal type item. I don't plan on taking it down very often. But that said, this is easier to remove if the screws are straight in. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm also what I'm gonna do is, before I go do the second one here, make it as vertical as possible, and then just draw the hole for that one. I'm gonna go ahead and just do that one while I'm up here with this guy. So first, now my little guy here does alert me if there is power in there, and I did check the corner. There is no power at least listed in that wall right there at all, and there shouldn't be. There's nothing actually down anywhere around here, so yay for that. Let's get the screwdriver, let's get it put in there. Alright, now comes the loud part. I'm going to get the first one started. Oh, gotta go with that angle, you know. It definitely is going on pretty good. Alright, let's see here. Get the first one started, get the second one started. Yeah, that's the one thing that I would change with this setup is Phillips screws, especially if you're in a spot where you don't have good, in this case, above a refrigerator. I don't have good power, so I think I'm gonna go grab a couple different screws. Okay, so attempt number 2 with star screw, or not star, but square. I usually like star the best, but I don't have any right now, so it is what it is. Let's get this one started then. These are one of those square combo screws that you can use either a Phillips bit or a square bit with. That's what I would tell Flexson would be put those screws in instead. They just don't strip out near as easily. Oh yeah, she's good now. I don't want to go too tight, but I want to go tight enough where it's not going to actually move on me. So it's on there. Let's get the speaker, which is right here, geez. Turn it. And are we touching? We are not touching. That's exactly what I wanted. Basically, it's flush to the level of this. Quick and simple way to mount my Sonos One. Now, I have the power cord laid down here. For now, I'm actually going to plug it into the outlet. It's actually behind the refrigerator, so that's what I'm going to do next. So while the cord isn't done yet, this is where I have it for now. That's temporary. I'm eventually going to hide that. But for now, pretty awesome. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 1:12 p.m.
So, obviously I could probably do volume up, but I don't know if I will do volume down. But you can control all that from the app anyway. So I like getting out of the way. And so far, let's get on the other side of the kitchen here. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 1:13 p.m.
So it still works good. It still allows me to use the microphones just fine. And it's a much better listening experience than my Echo Dot or the old Sony radio I have as an under cabinet radio. So I'm looking forward to that. So there we are. That's the setup. Pretty quick, simple. Not too difficult as long as you know how to put a screw into a stud or into something solid. I will say that the screws that comes with it, what I've learned, make sure you put the pilot hole the entire length of the screw. Otherwise, these things strip like crazy. I had one almost completely strip out. It was kind of a pain to get it back out, to be honest, as you saw in the video. So I'm not a huge fan of standard Phillips screws anymore, especially, like I said, I was reaching over my refrigerator, so not a really good contact with the drill either. So I would recommend, if you're in a situation like I was, just get some solid, at least as solid of screws, wood structurals, or wood screws with maybe a star head or a square bit head, because they'll work a lot better, to be honest about it. But I think if you did the pilot hole all the way through, because I only did the pilot hole just a little bit just to get it started, so I knew I aimed it correctly, I would do the pilot hole at least the length of the screw, because that way it's solid. So I'm not worried about stripping it out. And but yeah, thanks for Flexson for sending this over to me. I can't wait to show you guys the review. It'll be over on Tech Gooch. I will put a link down below when that's live. But that's it. Pretty quick and easy setup, and pretty awesome product. I already did the True Play setup with my Sonos One, now that it's in that location rather than the other location that was in, and it's awesome. It's great. It's up out of the way. Obviously, I will have to do something about the power cord. Yeah, it's a little bit of an eyesore right now, but it is out of mind, out of sight, so I really don't care about it too much. But eventually I will put power up in it, because I do have access to the attic. So that said, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking us out. If you have any other questions for me, let me know. But so far, pretty awesome. So I can't wait to show you the review as well. Otherwise, catch you on a future video.